Now this is my little story time. So I will make this short because people complain that my videos are too long, even though a normal vlog is like 15 to 25 minutes long. My phone has been through quite the journey, let me tell you. So I wake up Sunday morning, everything's normal, everything's fine. I use my phone, go on Snapchat, go on Instagram, do my thing. So I, woke up, everything was normal, everything was fine. So I'm not the type of person who needs to be on my phone 24/7, but I do check my phone a few times throughout the day because Snapchat, I use my phone for Snapchat, but like Sundays I'm usually on my computer or on my iPad doing stuff, usually editing videos. So I don't really touch my phone that much, and I can text and stuff on my computer and my iPad, so if I'm like texting anybody or playing any like games or stuff, I'll just use my iPad. I went to use my phone to check Snapchat at like 2 o'clock, right? So I haven't used my phone from about probably like 10 a.m. to 2. So it's been 4 hours. But what has my phone been doing? Absolutely nothing. It's been just sitting there. It hasn't been charging. It was at 100%, so there was no reason to charge it. It was just sitting on my bed next to me. Nothing unusual about the situation. So I go to use it, and it won't let me swipe up to use my face. So I'm like, okay, sometimes it does that, and like, won't let me like swipe up right away. So I turn it off, and then I, face it up, because that will engage the screen, and then it'll let me, it'll unlock my phone, and then I can swipe up. Well, it wasn't unlocking my phone. And then there were like a bunch of notifications on, my phone from either Instagram or Snapchat or whatever. And I tried to slide the screen so that the notifications, try and slide like the notifications so that, it would at least get to like the passcode to where I could put in my passcode. That wasn't working either. So long story short, my screen wasn't working. I hadn't dropped my phone. I hadn't done anything. It was working perfectly fine in the morning, but it was broken. So I have an iPhone X. I've had an iPhone X since my birthday, January 16th. So it's almost a year old at this point. The screen has been replaced once. And, that's pretty much it. No really other big issues, because it's a newer phone, so you think it would work properly. Well, apparently not. So the screen was broken. So I don't know how to restart my phone. You know how in like the older phones you would press down the home button and lock button, and it would, if you held that down long enough, it would restart the phone. So I was trying to do that. But if I held down, so the equivalent in the iPhone X is the plus button and the lock button. And if I did that, it would try and send out an SOS signal, and that's not what we want. So my phone wasn't working, so I went downstairs. Well, okay, so I tried to restart it, but it was trying to send an SOS signal, and it wouldn't let me like use the screen, so I couldn't like slide to power off or anything. So I was like, okay, my phone's broken. So I went downstairs, told my parents. They were like, well, I guess you're going to the AT&T store. So I go to the AT&T store. They're like, we can't help you. The only thing I can do for you is check if you have insurance. You're going to have to go to Apple. So I drive the half an hour. I go to Apple, and they're like, you have to wait an hour because it's a week before Christmas, and it was packed. So I walk around the mall for like an hour. I actually got one of my friends their Christmas presents, which was great. And then I went, and they checked out my phone, everything. They managed to like either turn it off or restart it without using the I think turn it off without using the screen. I don't know how that works. Anyway, so they're like, yeah, it's broken. I'm like, thanks. Well, what are we doing about that? He's like, well, since it wasn't your fault, you didn't do anything, you didn't drop it or anything, we'll fix it for you for free, but the thing is, we can't do it today. And I'm like, great. They're like, so your options are leave it overnight or come back within 5 days. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to be without my phone either way, so might as well just do it overnight. And so yeah, I was without my phone for all of today until I got home from school because my mom picked it up this morning. So I don't know if that was a really interesting story, but it was kind of weird because my phone just like randomly malfunctioned and just stopped working. So I don't know what happened there. It's a little confusing, but anyway, that's my story time video.